So I welcome you all in this practice session of your phase 2 examination. So in this session of today, we are going to discuss one of the important components of your agriculture portion, that is your uh, minimum support price. This topic is not only important for your NABARD examination. If you're writing UPSC examination, this concept is very important for your GS3 paper of your UPSC, plus the examination that you are going to give right on 20th of October NABARD, right? So it is important for both the examination and when you will be facing the interview. Multiple questions have been asked earlier also, and they can ask you in the coming years, because in the newspapers we have seen that we have observed that again the concept of MSP is coming in the newspapers, right? So you can see there is a certain screenshots from the newspapers about the MSPs, like center's decision on MSP hike in a week, says Ajit Pawar. Then Swaminathan Commission's MSP recommendation economy not feasible. This is a news from first half of this year. Then right now again Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Minister of Agriculture, is talking about MSP, and he said that the committee which was formed, right, to give the recommendations on the MSP about the legalizing it and all those things will be coming soon. So the MSP news is again in the news, and you know that in your examination in 2021, they have asked the question from the MSP. So why cannot be this year? So I will discuss everything about the MSP, the concept of MSP, its evolution. We will discuss A to Z, so that any question they ask from MSP this year, you will be quite comfortable in writing the answers from any point of view. We will discuss a lot of points. All those points will be more than enough for your answer writing. After this session is over, right, descriptive one, we will also discuss the objective few questions for your phase 2 examination. But before that, we will discuss this one, which is going to be very helpful for you if you're giving UPSC also. And apart from that, if you're giving NABARD, right, ये तो helpful है ही. So before we continue, which committee is our honorable Minister of Agriculture talking about? Can you name the committee? Which committee's report is going to be revealed soon related to MSP? Who is heading the committee? Who is the chairman of this committee? That is not Vishal. I am asking of this current news. Who is this? Who is heading this committee whose report will be soon out? I have given this question in the mains power play as well. I think you people have not solved still, right? Read about Agarwal committee. Okay, so that is there, right? Read about it. Then again we will discuss all these things. Yeah, Goldar committee is also there. So we will discuss all these things, all the committees we will discuss. No need to worry. I will let you know. Yes, Sanjay Agarwal. So we will discuss all these things. So these are in the news right now. So this was the task given to you for today, right? What do you mean by MSP? What are the problems associated with MSP? This is a question from UPSC, right? Mains. They have asked, what do you mean by minimum support price? How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income crop? So this is a GS3 question from your UPSC. This was the task given by me to you today. And there are other angles which can be asked to you in different manner related to MSP. What do you mean by MSP? Should it be legalized? Or highlights any 5L impacts of your MSP to Indian economy. Like this, many types of question can be asked. So we will discuss all these things. So before we go with the today's discussion, just I want to know how many of you have written the answer for this particular question that I have given today. What do you mean by MSP? Enlist the factors and the problems. Three things were asked in the today's. Very good, Divyanshu. You have written Rajeshi Diksha. Very good, very good, very good. I am happy with that. You have attempted the today's question. So just compare whatever you have written and what could have been added, right? Might be you have written much better answer what I will be presenting, then thumbs up, you will be getting good marks. But if you think that some points you have missed, so you can add on after we discuss the MSP. So let's move on with the MSP. So today we are going to discuss very important persons. I have taken this from Indian Express, right? Certain good points. I'll be discussing all the points are actually from the Indian Express newspaper. I've compiled all the things. So MSP will be discussing what is MSP, how it came, when it came, how it evolved, what are the problems. So we'll be discussing first full form of MSP is minimum support price, established 1966-67 under Ministry of Agriculture. Who discovered MSP? Say that is K. Jha. Who was this K. Jha? Anybody who knows about K. Jha? When this committee was formed? What is his full name? Do you know who discovered MSP, or whose recommendation, on which committee's recommendation this MSP came in India? Do you know? Very good, Shakti. That is Lakshmi Kant Jha. Very good, Governor of RBI. It was formed in 1964. And if we talk in overall, right, the father of MSP, the brainchild is from the US agriculturist, Dr. Frank W. Parker. So these two can be asked in objective of your examination. Okay? So let's move on with this objective information. We will be moving on to this conceptual part. Just I will fastly within 2 minutes, I will let you know that how this MSP evolved. So see this figure, everything will be clear and all the points will be in your fingertips if you can just memorize this figure. So you know that this is an Indian farmer. After before the Green Revolution, we all were facing this shortage of food grains in our country. So by meantime, with the efforts of MS Swaminathan, with the efforts of Norman Borlaug, the Green Revolution came in India during the 1960s. After that, we had an excess production in our country of the crops, right? Lot of crops. Before that, there were no crops. After Green Revolution, there were a lot of crops, lot of crops means overall a very good production. Suddenly, if the production increases, what will happen? The markets, the demand and supply, the law of demand and supply in economics will come into play. And what has happened after the Green Revolution? Excess production and the demand was less compared to that, because Green Revolution से पहले सबको कम खरीदने की आदत थी, right? We were not exporting the things. So demand, right, was very low, but the production increased. So the prices of the agriculture commodities in India, what happened? It got crashed. So it got crashed. So what government thought that how we can help our farmers. Green Revolution के बाद क्या हुआ कि the prices of the agriculture commodity got crashed. So government thought that how we can increase, how we can support the price, because itne price down चले गए, the farmers were not getting the cost of production, whatever the cost of production was there related to the crop, they were not getting it. So government thought of doing something. So APMC markets were established. APMC markets established होने के बाद the government also introduced in 1966 around, introduced the concept of minimum support price. The word S is very important. S means your support. How to support the farmer in this crashing of the market prices was main thing. So the government, with the help of this MSP and the concept of this MSP, started giving right prices to the farmers, farmer becomes very happy, because whatever assured income they were getting through this MSP, the support was always there from the government, the assured income, and the farmers were very happy, very happy. So this is how the MSP evolved. But the game is not over here. The game is not over here. The show is not over here. Around 1990 till 1990s, the farmers were very happy. They were getting the prices, but this entity came into emergence, the middlemen. They started, right, exploiting the farmers, right? And after the liberalization, that is LPG reforms, and the evolution of your WTO, right, India became a signatory of it. So we could not give the support to the farmers independently due to different clauses of the agreement on agriculture. So due to all these things, right, the things got messed up. And right now, the support what we are giving to the farmers of our country, the WTO is saying that we cannot give endless support to our farmers, because that is distorting the prices. And with this distortion of prices, you cannot export the agriculture commodities, because it is hindering the overall theme, overall principle of your WTO, that is your transparent business for all, right? So this is one problem. The middleman was problem, right? There were multiple problems that started erupting after 1990s in this concept of MSP. And today, after the farmers' protest that happened last year, ठीक है, 2-3 साल पहले, the farmers started, right? What they started on the other side, there were these problems, and on the other side, the farmers started asking for legalizing the MSP, legalizing the MSP. So right now, it's still a burning question that should MSP be legalized or it should not be legalized, right? What is your view? Essay question can be asked, or they can ask you the pros and cons of your legalizing MSP in the examination. So with all this, right, this small story, we will move on to the main thing, the content thing that you can write in the examination. So let's discuss one by one. First and foremost thing, you should be very clear with the definition of MSP, right? Do not write the points which is not necessary, because MSP is a very simple concept. You must remember its definition. That is a minimum price. The first keyword that should be in your definition, MSP is a minimum price for any crop that government considers as remunerative for the farmers and hence deserves support. Okay? It is also the price that government agencies pay whenever they procure the particular price. So this is a simple definition of MSP that you can remember. Now, objective point of view, there are certain crops. There are 14 Kharif crops. There are 6 Rabi crops. There are 2 commercial crops from on which the MSP is announced. So just remember, in objective, they can ask you 14 plus 6 plus 2 is the composition of your MSP. Okay, that is one thing. Next, the evolution of MSP, we will see shortly how it evolved, right? This was the timeline which I was telling to you, 1960s, the Green Revolution, right? How it came, right? Then the Wheat Procurement Agriculture Price Commission, APC, which was later named as CACP. Then 1970s, the diversification crop, 2000 expansion of crop, recent year reforms, and then demand of your legalizing MSP. So this is in short the history of MSP, not that important, but you can use in introduction as per the demand of the question. You can use this point while introducing your answer. Next point, this is more important for your examination presently, the features of MSP, right? That you can write, because this they can ask certainly, what do you mean by MSP? What are the characteristics of MSP? What are the features of your MSP? So right now I want that all the candidates present on this session, please try to fingertip, right? Try to remember 6 points. Abhi aap ekdam yaad kar lo. Try to remember it so that you don't have to revise again. First is price assurance, price support. Clear, everyone? First point, price assurance. The second point is government guarantee, because government is guaranteeing that we will give you this much of amount of price. This is second feature. Next is crop coverage. The crop coverage is of Kharif, the crop coverage is Rabi, the crop coverage is of commercial crops. Next, it is pre-announced. The MSP is pre-announced before the sowing. Very good. Then next is cost consideration. Okay. Next is a buffer stock creation. Then is a farmer income support. 1, 2, 3. 3 is called another 3 this one. Then 4 this one. Then 5th this one. Then this one you can remember. So at least these 6 features, all of you should remember in this session only. First is price assurance. I think nobody has a doubt that how is it assuring, how it is supporting the farmers. Government is giving guarantee. Second point, पे भी कोई doubt नहीं होना चाहिए. No doubt should be there. This is feature of your MSP. The third point you can remember, that is pre-announced, right? Fourth point you can remember is it's a farm income support. बिल्कुल support हम दे रहे हैं farmers को. It is a market intervention because it's a marketing tool. We procure from the farmers, and it has some inflationary control also. ठीक है? So at least everybody present on this session, please give me, right, thumbs up, and that you can write 5 to 6 features of MSP you can write or cannot write in the examination if they ask. 5 से 6 at least till 20th of October. Can't you remember all the 5 points? Good, very good. So I will move forward because I want that in least time I will teach you the maximum, because after that आपको पढ़ना भी है, revision भी करना है. So I will not waste time बातें करने में, वो करने में. This is not my method of teaching. So then significance of your MSP, importance. They can ask you what is the significance of your MSP, जैसा UPSC वाले क्वेश्चन में आपने देखा होगा. So what are the significance, क्या क्या importance है? So you can write it. First, income security for farmers है, obviously it is there because cost of production जो है you are supporting the farmers through that. First point. Risk mitigation, obviously जो marketing risk है वहां पे, the marketing risk is whatever is there, that I will not get the right prices since it is pre-announced before the sowing. So farmers are right assured that yes, if I sow this I will get this price because government is giving the guarantee. So risk mitigation is over there. The second importance, agriculture production will increase because farmers will be motivated to sow more. अगर पहले से मेरे को पता है I will get this, so I will go for the sowing of the crops. That is okay. Price stability is there. ठीक है, price stable होगा because the right amount of production will be there. Though there can be reverse argument also on this, but since we are talking of the significance, so we will say that it will also lead to price stability. इसको हम destability में भी ले सकते हैं, count कर सकते हैं. Excess production हुआ तो. So price stability will be there. Food security will be there. Obviously, the MSP, whatever the government is procuring, is going to the different right welfare schemes of the government to help the poor, right? In your public distribution system. So food security is there. Rural employment is there because you know that the many middle and men are there. They are procuring, they are purchasing, they are taking to the mandis. So it is creating some sort of rural employment. Reduction in market exploitation. Market exploitation because if MSPs were not there, the states like Bihar and all those who have abolished the MSP, they are still paying the price where the farmers are more being exploited. So at least if such markets are there, you can say that there will be reduction in exploitation. Though reverse भी हम बात कर सकते हैं, but since we are talking on the positive side, तो यहाँ पे हम positives ही देखेंगे. So government procurement, right? It is there. ये point हो गया. Then poverty alleviation, definitely, since the food grains whatever the government procures goes back to this. ठीक है. Next is your balanced regional development, farmers welfare, support for the agriculture policies. Always the sub headers should be ready. ये जो sub headers आपको दिख रहे हैं, always I say whenever you write answer, write with sub headers. Write with sub headers, because if the evaluator will read your sub header, he will not going to read your lines because he will get a clear cut message that student has knowledge of this topic with this sub headers only. So always write your answer with sub headers. पैराग्राफ में लिख के मत आना, you will not get the desired marks. Marks आपको कम मिलेंगे. ठीक है. Clear everyone? The second aspect, first features clear, significance clear. Clear everyone? See significance, these points you can write. कहाँ लिख सकते हो? The pros of legalizing MSP. If they ask why MSP should be legalized, or they ask in the interview why the MSP should be legalized, so you can mention all these points in the pros of legalizing MSP. ठीक है. Then determinants of MSP, how this MSP is determined. कैसे गवर्नमेंट बता रही है कि 2300 रुपीज पर क्विंटल होना चाहिए the MSP of your paddy, right, or wheat. How calculation takes place? So determinants, at least 6 determinants you will remember right now only from this session. The first is input cost. ठीक है. जो भी फार्मर लागत लगा रहे हैं, right, like labors, pesticide, machinery, input cost. Next is the market prices prevailing. The production cost, ठीक है, जो भी प्रोडक्शन में लगा हो, चाहे वो इनपुट के लिए हो या मार्केटिंग के लिए हो, सब कुछ इंक्लूड करेंगे. The demand and supply that we were asking, the demand and supply. Then cost of living index, what is going on in the economy, the global prices of the commodities, the inflation in the country, the risk premium associated with it, the government policies and the farmers welfare, right, vision of the government. So at least 6 points. All of you just close your eyes and try to remember. If they ask you what are determinants of MSP, क्या आप 6 points लिख सकते हो? Self understanding है किसी भी चीज का. If something, any commodity, you're determining the how the cost of that commodity is determined, can't you think of what are the 6 factors associated with determining the cost? External and the internal factors. There will be some external factor, there will be some internal factor. So you can give a bifurcation like this. External factors of MSP, determination of MSP, internal factors for determination of MSP. इसके अंदर कुछ, इसके अंदर कुछ. Please tell everyone. Six determinants clear to everyone. Yeah, I will come to economics of cost also soon. I will come to that concept also, but abhi mera ask hai determinants of MSP में क्या मेरे dear students, can't you write 6 points what determines the MSP? वेरी गुड अक्षय, आकर्षित, दिव्या, वेरी गुड। अब भी यस लिखने में कंजूसी कर रहे हो, उस दिन जाके 600 वर्ड कैसे टाइप करोगे? हाउ विल टाइप 600 वर्ड्स इफ यू कैन नॉट राइट यस एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम? सो लेथार्जिक, यू शुड नॉट बी सो लेजी, यू शुड नॉट बी, प्लीज 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 एनर्जेटिक रहो, डोंट बी सो मच lethargic in my session especially. Chalo, then we will move on to economics of MSP. Then we'll move on to economics of MSP, right? What does the economics of MSP stand for? इसको भी थोड़ा सा हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं shortly. See, there are certain concepts of, right, cost in agriculture economics. बहुत ज्यादा डिटेलिंग में नहीं जाना, just we will see what are this. First is cost A1, then is cost A2, cost B1, cost B2, cost C1, cost C2. Now if you'll see the MS Swaminathan formula, this is MS Swaminathan formula, this is the given by government of India. So MS Swaminathan formula says that MSP should be 1.5 times of your cost C2. ठीक है, 1.5 times your cost C2, but government says that it is 1.5 times your A2 plus FL. So to understand A2, C2, everything, you must understand what is cost A1. Cost A1 is the minimal prices what the farmer is putting on for the purchasing of the seeds, for the purchasing of the manures, right, for the purchasing of pesticides, all the inputs whatever the farmer is purchasing, most of the things are considered in the cost A1. But cost A2 में एक और component जोड़ दिया जाता है, one more, that is rent paid, the land in which the farmer is cultivating, right, the land in which the farmer is cultivating. ये land तो free में नहीं आया ना, this land doesn't come from free, राइट इसका हम रेंट कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं, right? If you're living in if you're running some commercial shop in some place, the space does not comes in free. If you're considering the cost, so you have to consider the rent that you're giving for that commercial space. So land भी तो ये commercial space ही है, that though it is inherited to the farmer, but इसका भी तो हमें cost जोड़ना पड़ेगा, right? So cost A2 is cost A1 plus rent paid for leased in the land. Then cost B1 is cost A1 plus interest value of own fixed, जितना भी capital है, say if some pond is there, say some well is there, whatever the or pump set is there, that should also be taken into consideration, their interest value जो होगा. Cost B2 rental value of the owned land plus and rent paid for the leased in land, ये जोड़ा गया. Then cost C1 is cost B1 plus imputed, all the family members working out there, we do not consider them as, right, workers over there, we do not calculate their salary, so it says that you have to calculate the value of the family labors also. So cost C1 is B1, all those inputs, rents and everything, plus the value of your labor, family labor. Then cost C2 is imputed value of the labor, B2 plus imputed value of the family labor. So C1 is coming from B1, C2 is coming from B2. Okay? Now modified cost, that is cost C2 is very important. That is called C2 means comprehensive cost. Comprehensive cost. So it includes your marketing cost and transportation cost also certain times, because it is called as modified cost. C2 में हमने marketing aspect अगर जोड़ दिया तो it is called as modified C2. Modified C2 if we add marketing cost to it. Now the main thing what you have to remember for writing in the examination, that MS Swaminathan formula is 1.5 times of cost C2, but the government of India presently considers 1.5 times of your cost A2, this one plus family labor only. All other costs are not being considered. So that is why the discrepancy is that somebody says इतना होना चाहिए MSP, somebody says इतना होना चाहिए, जो कि थोड़ा सा कम आता है. So this is the economics of your MSP. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं दिमाग लाना, just try to remember this so that you can write in your descriptive answer. Then last thing, the cons. If they say why you should not legalize the MSP, or the today's question was asked, what are the problems associated with the MSP? What are the problems associated with the MSP? Very good points are there. Try to remember it. First is a flawed arithmetic. As I told you, flawed arithmetic. The MSP announced by the government is 1.5 A2 plus CL, but the requirement is 1.5 times of your C2. So this arithmetic is not satisfying the needs of the farmer. ऑल इंडिया एवरेज द कॉस्ट ऑफ द कल्टिवेशन वेरीज अक्रॉस स्टेट. कर्नाटका में कुछ और है, हिमाचल प्रदेश देयर इज समथिंग ऑल. सो हाउ कैन यू determine a uniform MSP for the country? This is not justified. So all India average does not matches. A drop in the ocean, as per the Shanta Kumar committee says that only 6% farmers are benefiting from the MSP. Baki farmers kya kaha? So this is not in true spirit helping all the small and the marginal farmers of our country. Then the inventory cost, the kind of procurement without sufficient storage, because you have heard so many stories from FCI that whatever FCI has procured, the grains are rotting over there in the storage of the FCI. So inventory cost कौन देगा इतने सारे storage store करने का हमें, right? WTO, when we started, we just discussed that we are a signatory of World Trade Organization, and World Trade Organization is based on the principles of fair and right transparent trade across the countries. So if अगर हम farmers को ऐसे indiscriminate support करेंगे, the WTO says, so how there will be transparency? So this is also a problem, because since we are signatory of WTO, आज नहीं तो कल इसको हमें minimize करना ही होगा, और we have to find some alternatives. So market distortion is there. The market gets flooded with the right food grains. Inflation का problem आता है, food inflation का problem, there it comes. Then the regional imbalances, you will see that the why this MSP is so much strong and rampant in the parts of the northern India, why this MSP is not strong in southern India, why this MSP is not strong in the eastern part of India. So a regional imbalance it creates. ठीक है, मोनोपोली एंड दी कंपटीशन, ठीक है, इसको रहने देते हैं. वीक प्रोक्योरमेंट सिस्टम. या इकोलॉजिकल डिजास्टर, दिस इज अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट, बिकॉज फार्मर्स आर फोकसिंग ऑन दी राइट वाटर guzzling crops like your sugar cane, right, due to your FRI, or it is focusing on the crops like your paddy. So it is creating a problem for the ecological disaster. Due to growing of this water guzzling crops, we are virtually exporting the water to the other nations of the world. Then fiscal stress, since the government is paying so much, so there is always a burden on the financial exchequer of India. So financial stress is there. It is sometimes inflation if over procurement is there, ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा procure कर ले रहे हैं, the food prices, it inflates it. Then skewed machinery. So being open ended, ठीक है, इसको बोला जाता है कि कितना भी कर सकते हैं, there is no limit. So the machinery is not that efficient that it should be. I want is that 6 points you should remember from here, what you can write in your examination. अच्छे अच्छे 6 points यहाँ से आप याद कर लो. The flawed arithmetic is a good point, right? Regional imbalances is a good point. WTO trade distortion is a good point. Fiscal stress is a good point. Ecological disaster is a good point. ठीक है, then you can write about the inventory cost and any one of the whatever you can remember. So please 6 points लिख पाओगे. What are the cons of legalizing MSP, or what are the problems associated with the present MSP regime? 6 points, only 6 points फिंगर टिप्स पे होने चाहिए. ऐसे ही सब हेडर के साथ आपको लिखना है. So this was there. Then we will move on to the question that I have given to you and how to represent your answer. See, यहाँ पे देखो, थोड़ा सा सीखो. How to representation part is very important for your examination. The first question was, what do you mean by MSP? ठीक है, so MSP को we will define. MSP is a form of market intervention by the government of India to ensure agricultural producers against any shortfall in the farm prices, which is announced by the government on the recommendation of CSEP every before year sowing. Okay, every year before sowing. So you see this definition. Since MSP we keep on hearing, so we should not make writing in defining right the simple concepts like MSP. सारे points इसमें included है. Plus, to give or to beautify your answer or to represent your answer, you can simply write something arithmetic equation to reflect the thing. MSP is equal to market intervention is equal to price protection. Now, next, always whenever you are defining or introducing something, try to give example, try to give recent example. उसको भी लिखने का तरीका होता है, ऐसा नहीं एक ही लाइन में सब कुछ ऐसे ऐसे बिल्कुल लिख दिया randomly. See, you will write example. Then point number 1, give one example. give second example like this. You have to beautifully mention, because these things you can do in the examination. One तो आप type कर सकते हो ना examination में. You cannot underline, but you can write one in the IPPS format. ठीक है? So you will give first example, you will give second example. अगर दो अच्छे examples you can recollect, you can give it. So I have given the examination defining arithmetic equation to beautify my presentation. Then example. Then simple things, since they have not asked, but if this question comes in 15 marker, I can add certain small points जो कि lengthy नहीं होने चाहिए, that will consume time. I have very tried to minimum time में what I can write, all the features of MSP, what we have discussed, the 5 features I have mentioned out here. Price assurance, government guarantee, इसको लिखने में बहुत ज़्यादा time तो लगेगा नहीं. Additionally कुछ आपने जोड़ दिया, so you will have some good impression with the for the examiner. So this is clear that how I have added these features, even though not asked, but I have added, but I have cleverly, ताकि मैंने कुछ represent भी कर दिया and इसको लिखने के लिए मेरा time भी नहीं गया. ये point clear है आपको? Features में मैंने short क्यों लिखा है, इसको बढ़ाया चढ़ाया क्यों नहीं? Because I wanted to give a good representation without consuming much time for the examination. So ये लिख दिया. Then next part of the question was list the determinant. The question clearly says enlist. ये सब वर्ड्स ध्यान देखना. enlist का मतलब होता है आपको सिर्फ लिस्ट करना. You don't have to explain the things. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन मत करने बैठना. So list of determinants, अभी मैंने आपको बोला था 6 को याद रखो, तो you can enlist these 6 determinants of your MSP over here. ठीक है, input prices, market prices, production cost, determination. ठीक है, clear everybody with this session? You can list the determinants, no issue in that. Now the main context of the question was what are the problems associated with MSP. अभी जो मैंने points discuss किए वही सारे points हैं. The thing is that sub header should be there. Directly मत लिखना. Sub headers create करें. If you do not have, अगर ध्यान से पढ़ोगे तो pick the keyword. That keyword will only act as sub header for you. Pick the keyword from the sentence, that only will act as sub header for you. So इसका तुम्हारा ऐसे पॉइंट्स आ जाएंगे ये सारे. ठीक है, राइट. एंड लास्टली यू कैन ऐड सम वे फॉरवर्ड और कंक्लूजन. दैट शुड नॉट बी टू लेंथी. ठीक है, दैट शुड नॉट बी टू लेंथी, बिकॉज हमारे पास उतना टाइम नहीं होता है. तो इफेक्टिव द 5 C's, द कंजर्वेशन, ये सब कोड्स याद रखने की कोशिश करना. द 5 C's, द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ वाटर, सॉइल, climate change. ठीक है, first C is conservation, the second C is climate change, the third C is cultivation, the fourth C is consumption, the fifth C is commercial viability, are the crucial for the livelihood of farmers across the country. MSP in its present regime or form has certain limitations which can be re-engineered with the evolving time to meet the expectation of all stakeholders associated with it. चाहे वो farmer हो, चाहे वो middleman हो, चाहे वो government हो, चाहे वो climate हो, सब स्टेक होल्डर्स के लिए हमें कुछ ना कुछ करना चाहिए. ऐसा पॉजिटिव नोट पे मैंने इसको एंड कर दिया दिस आंसर. सो दैट कंप्लीट्स योर MSP A to Z what can be asked in your examination. For 400 words, try to reach 300. For 600 words, at least try to reach 480 words. ठीक है, पूरा नहीं चाहिए एग्जामिनेशन में. ठीक है, दैट यू शुड सी. ठीक है, एमएसपी इसको क्लोज करें. द चैप्टर ऑफ एमएसपी क्लियर एवरीवन, सब कुछ. चलो फाइन. अब थोड़ा सा 10 मिनट में वी विल सॉल्व सम एमसीक्यूज. टारगेट गिवन फॉर टुडे, अगर आपने इन्फोग्राफिक जो मैंने पोस्ट किया उसको ध्यान से पढ़ा होगा तो आपका ऐसे कंप्लीट भी हो जाएगा सिलेबस. Every morning I will give some targets. The target given to you in the morning was just a minute. Yeah, if you see this, I have written you that this and this join today's session, and the target, I think, yeah, नीचे लिखा हुआ था the first will discuss on agronomy. Not getting you, Narendra. What is your question? So many comments आ जाते हैं ना. What are you asking, Narendra? या agronomy मैंने दिया था. Narendra, what is your question? करो. Okay, question नहीं आ रहा. Narendra, what are you asking? चलो. Yeah, so agronomy based certain MCQs देख लेते हैं हम फटाफट. Right? Well, तो टारगेट की मैंने पहला चैप्टर आपको दिया था एग्रोनॉमी, उससे जस्ट विल सी इजी क्वेश्चंस जो आपके ऑब्जेक्टिव में दे कैन आस्क यू, फास्टली ट्राई टू आंसर दी क्वेश्चंस। नरेंद्र सिंह 400 के लिए 300 तक, 600 के लिए, या कोई इशू नहीं है, अगर आपका कंटेंट अच्छा है तो आप उतने में ही यू विल गेट गुड मार्क्स, राइट, यू विल गेट गुड मार्क्स, नो इशू, नो इशू इन दैट। 400 के लिए 300 एंड 600 के लिए 480, बट कंटेंट शुड बी गुड। चलो, so answer the questions fastly. First question, who is known as father of agronomy? Who is known as father of agronomy? First question, the easy question. Okay, good, good. Right answer is B. Right answer is B. Next, branch of agriculture that deals with soil, water and crop management. Branch of agriculture that deals with soil, water and crop management, agronomy. ठीक है, इसका बताओ, ब्रांच ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर विच डील्स विद हॉर्टिकल्चर एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। ध्यान से पढ़ो, दिस इज अ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन ऑफ नाबार्ड, दिस इज अ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन ऑफ नाबार्ड। वेरी गुड, arboriculture is the right answer. Perennial woody trees, this is a previous year question of NABARD PYQ. ठीक है, arboriculture. Next question, the yellow revolution is associated with which of the following? ठीक है, oil seeds and Sam Pitroda is associated with it. Yeah, oil seed revolution. What is scientific name of chickpea? An important pulse. What is scientific name of chickpea? Option number chickpea. Very important, can be asked in your examination. The option number C, Caesar. What is scientific name of mustard? A widely grown oilseed crop. Very good, Brassica gentiana. Which of the following is a perennial crop? Which of the following is a perennial crop? Coffee है, coconut है, so all होगा answer, all with the right answer. Next, photoperiodism से based बताओ. Long day crop, which of the following is an example of long day crop? Barley, very good. Barley, L for long day crop, barley. Notes में है, check it out. Next paragraph based question. This is a paragraph based on your agroclimatic zone. ठीक है, agroclimatic zone. This is a question based on your agroclimatic zone. So India is divided into one agroclimatic zones. So we'll see what does one represents over here. So right answer will be 15. Very good. 15 agroclimatic zone. What is the number of agroclimatic zone as per ICAR? What is the number of agroclimatic zone as per ICAR? Very good. 127. Good. Next, in which year did Planning Commission of India classify the country into agroclimatic zone in collaboration with NARS? In which year this classification was done by Planning Commission? Given in notes, 1989 is the right answer. 1989. Next, which agroclimatic zone has highest irrigated area and water groundwater utilization? Which easily बता दो, common sense लगाओ, you will tell the answer for this question. Sorry, Trans-Gangetic Plain. Due to Ganga, highest irrigated regions are over there only. So right now they are asking this type of question. They will give you the features of that ACZ and they will ask you to identify. So do not think that I have not studied. थोड़ा सा common sense लगाना and you will get the right answer for such type of questions. Then which type of ecosystem in India has richest alluvial soil with adequate water? Which type of ecosystem in India has the richest alluvial soil with adequate water? Alluvial soil का concept आ रहा है यहाँ पे. See, alluvial soil with adequate water, northern plains. Very good. Northern plains का ही ये feature है. Next, the eastern Himalayas agroclimatic region is characterized by which of the following? सबको पता होगा, everybody knows this. Jhum cultivation. Jhum cultivation. Jhum cultivation is known by one more popular name जो PIB में आते रहता. What is that name? Sweden. Sweden agriculture or Sweden cultivation. Next paragraph. Read it and give the answer for questions. Read it and answer the questions. ठीक है, sugarcane is a significant cash crop that requires meticulous management practices to ensure optimal yield and quality. Proper propagation is essential, and sugarcane is primarily propagated through dash that contains buds. Propagation sugarcane किससे करते हैं? पहला क्वेश्चन. Effective dash is also practiced where crop is harvested, ठीक है, and new shoots are allowed to grow from the remaining and leading to additional harvesting without plantation. क्या तरीका है जिससे हम एडिशनल क्रॉप्स करते हैं? एवरीबॉडी माइट बी नोइंग. ड्यूरिंग ग्रोथ टेक्निक्स लाइक डैश आर एम्प्लॉयड टू सपोर्ट द tall canes. It is a one intercultural operation in sugarcane is being asked. So all the questions are easy, mostly know how is sugarcane being propagated, right, as given in blank number 1 of the question. Sets. So sets is the term we use for propagating material of your sugarcane. Okay, this is the first question. Next question. Dash involves harvesting the main crop and allowing new shoots to grow. क्या हम बोलते हैं इसको? What we term we use? Very simple, ratooning. Yes, in ratooning cut कर देते हैं, right? And this plant regrows from here again, right? This is known as ratooning. Next, what is the intercultural activity being practiced in sugarcane? उसको support करने के लिए क्या हम करते हैं? We use the term supporting. यहाँ पूछ रहा है ना? So this will be propping. Propping. Prop का मतलब ये होता है support देना. Next, what term describes the practice of removing dead, damaged, or excess leaves from the sugarcane plant so that there is a proper promotion of the growth? क्या हम term use करते हैं sugarcane में? Very good. We use the term detrashing. नाम ही है detrash, मतलब कि trashes को remove करना. Next, read this paragraph. Best question. It is on your system of crop intensification. In the syllabus of NABARD, the topic is system of crop intensification. ठीक है? So the questions we will see based on this paragraph. First, at what age are rice seedling typically transplanted in system of rice intensification? In SRI method. SRI method में पूछा जा रहा है. 8 to 12. Good. 8 to 12. Good. Very good. Next. Consider the things and give the right answer. Which are the identify the correct statements? First, 1, 2, 3. थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्चुअल है, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाओ. इफ यू डू नॉट नो यू विल गिव द 2. तो हो ही नहीं सकता. एसआरआई के ठीक ऑपोजिट बात कर रहा है. सच टाइप ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स विल गेट इन द एग्जामिनेशन आल्सो. इट इज टॉकिंग जस्ट ऑपोजिट ऑफ व्हाट एसआरआई इज. So 1 and 3 are correct over here. Next question, what is tag color of certified seeds? What is tag color of certified seeds? Azure blue. Azure blue is the tag color of your certified seeds. Good. What is the minimum genetic purity required for your certified seeds? What is the minimum genetic purity required for your certified seeds? 99%. Good. 99% is the right. These are the previous year question. ये आ चुके हैं ये सारे question NABARD में. Next, which of the following seed type can survive after being dried to less than 12% moisture when stored at freezing? अगर आप options पढ़ोगे उसी में से आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा. Extreme situation also it is surviving. That means the seed is your orthodox. Orthodox का मतलब ही होता है extreme situation में you are able to survive. Next, which of the following crop has highest seed replacement rate? Which of the following has highest seed replacement rate among the following? Maize है. इनमें से if you talk about the answer is your maize, not paddy or bajra. It is maize. The optimum moisture, very important question. The optimum moisture content for storage of oil seed is how much? What is the optimum moisture storage for your oil seed crops? Oil seed crops, I'm asking, not the cereals. It is asking for oil seed crops. So answer is 7 to 9% oil seed crops. Next question. What is the period of southwest monsoon? Which chal raha hai? Everybody might be knowing it. No issue in this. June to September. Next. Which type of weather system is characterized by horizontal extension of greater than 1000 km and a vertical scale of 10 km? The micro meso climate concept जो पढ़ाया गया था, from there the question is. So these are the very large 1000 km. 1000 km means large scale. Large scale means your planetary scale. Right answer. Next, what is the time scale associated with mesoscale system as per IMD? What is the time scale for your meso systems? मेजो सिस्टम्स के लिए क्या होता है एमडी का क्लासिफिकेशन? माइक्रो होता है दैट वन. मेजो you have certain number of days. You have certain number of days. So it is around few days, several days, 3 to 10 days के आसपास होता है. It is like 3 to 10 days. D सही होगा यहाँ पे. The last question, second last question, better to say, what which of the following is not a characteristic of micro scale weather system as per IMD? Which is not a feature? CE. Micro है. Micro means it's very small, right? It's very small. So vertical expansion, the period few minutes, horizontal of less than 1 km, right? Time period of few minutes. So everything seems to be correct over here. Next, medium range weather forecasting is done for. Medium range weather forecasting is done for 3 to 10 days. Okay. If annual rainfall is significantly short of the climatologically expected normal rainfall over wide range, it is called as what? Which type of drought it is? Meteorological. Very good. It is meteorological drought. The classification of drought we have done in the class. Next, the cultivation of crops in the region where annual rainfall is less than 750 mm. Very simple question. Less than 750 mm, it is called as dry farming. Very good. The classification of dry farming, dryland farming and rain farming has been taught to you. Yahan pe, this is the right answer for you. So these were the questions of today, just for revision purpose you have taken so that you can refresh it. Hope it helps you, both the descriptive thing and the objective thing help you. Right? Chalo, with this, I will end the today's session. We will come back tomorrow with again another important topic that can be asked this year. And I will give you the target for tomorrow. Master notes से क्या आपको cover करना है कल के लिए, so that you can come prepared and we will have some good questions. आज first day था, इसलिए हमने agronomy से easy questions लिए. कल थोड़ा सा difficult questions we will try to take it up. ठीक है? Yeah, please you can read the report compendiums, but I will give some 5-6 reports. उस पे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना. Please provide master notes. Master notes is in the mentorship program. Phase 2 के लिए I don't think it is there. चलो, with this I will end the today's session. Arun, please call me. एक बार call करके मेरे से discuss करना. चलो, with this I will end the today's session. Bye bye. Take care. Tomorrow again we will meet.